Yeah, winning's hard. No matter what, it's hard to win. I told the guys, I mean, it wasn't a somber locker room, but not a jovial locker room by any means. And so I had to remind myself, it's winning's hard. It really is. And so congratulated them on sticking with it and, getting that part done. But I think, as a program, we're at a place where, we always talk about being our best. And so when you win and, you weren't at your best, there's a little bit of an empty feeling with that. And the whole world says, hey, you want to know, move on and all that. But it just depends on what your goal is. So proud of the guys, offensively, we were just anemic. We had 6 plays in the first quarter and went backwards on half of those. Defense really allowed for us to be in the game. A couple of huge takeaways early. And then, we figured them out a little bit more and got things going. And then, we were bending and they were moving the ball there at the end. But we were able to stay ahead offensively with the score. So.
Yeah, it's a night where if you look at the final stats, I know you haven't gotten to dive too deep into them, but Eastern Kentucky outgains you total offense, outgains you in first downs, runs more plays, but your team's still able to put 42 points on the board, a strong second half offensively. Like you had already said, I know there's a lot to clean up, but how much confidence early on does it give you in your signal caller and your offense as a whole that they were able to capitalize on the opportunities that they gave themselves in the second half and put points on the board?
Yeah, I don't know that we get a ton of confidence out of today. I mean, it's a confident unit, we're going to be a good offense. It's hard to, I just think, 9 months seeing our defense and 9 months of our defense seeing our offense. We can't be everything, for the other side of the ball. And so first games, man, I'm just telling you, they're hard. You don't know what people have been doing the last 8 months and what changes they've made, the personnel. And so you try to get ready for a lot of things, and a lot of things can come your way in that first game.
Taylor Powell tonight in his first game with your program puts together a fine performance, 21 for 30, 270 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. Your assessment of your new signal caller?
Yeah, it was a slow start, but he's really smart. He's a perfect fit for our program, and I think he did a really good job of managing the game. Again, a couple decisions I think that we'll look at early in those first couple plays that forced us to punt, and be 3 and out. And I'm not putting that all on him. It's just tough decisions on a zone read or on an RPO. But he knows how to run our offense and did a really good job with it. Kept the ball in the one for his touchdown and made some really good decisions throwing the ball. So proud of him.
Samson Evans in the backfield, somebody that picked up right where he left off in terms of the scoring, but tonight 15 carries for him. That's adding some workload to him. Your thoughts after this game about Samson's performance, being able to withstand that many rushes and him going forward for you guys?
Yeah, I don't think carrying the ball 15 yards is going to be an issue. I think he cramped there a little bit, but he's definitely a workhorse. It was a great run for his touchdown that he broke outside. Had some really key gains for us with that offensive line. And they really took over the game, just with what they were doing defensively. For anybody who was really paying attention, we were essentially in one formation for, the vast majority of the second half, just to settle things down and whatnot. And Samson in the O-line was a huge part of that.
Defensively, really an all-around effort. With your 2 linebackers that start their first games for you, lead the team in tackles. TJ Peavy, one of your longstanding returners, also up there with 8 tackles tonight. Your thoughts on your defense at first glance?
Well, they were out there a lot. We're 2, 3 and outs in the first quarter. So I think they played 79 plays. I mean, that's a lot of football. And the takeaways were huge. We missed a lot of tackles, made some really good tackles. I think their quarterback too just was pretty good with his feet, keeping plays alive. I mean, I don't know what his percentage was on scramble situations, but sure seemed like it was effective. And try to keep things in front of us. A couple of their guys made a couple big plays, obviously. But we fought, so I don't think we feel as though it was a perfect game for us, but proud of the guys for, sticking to it all the way to the end.
I know the engagement from fans is always big for you, especially in this first game as we get a new season going. Your thoughts to all the fans that were out in attendance tonight, the fans that came out to Eagle Walk 2.5 hours before kickoff, and the impact that they have on the student athletes when they're in the stands.
Yeah, loved Eagle Walk. Appreciate people being there for that. It's great to see everybody, and appreciate the band being there and doing such a great job, and the cheer and the dance, and the Eagle was there. All that stuff's fun. And I appreciate every single person who came out to that game tonight. There's no question. It does make a difference. And we're going to be able to do a little bit better. I think in ensuing games, we got a really tough schedule, and it's not going to get any easier. I promise you that. But I think, we got a chance to make them proud.
Coach.
Yeah. So we had obviously first game, we had no idea what they were going to be in. They showed a bunch of different stuff on film between, coverages, fronts, and blitzes, and they kind of changed what they're going to do and did some similar stuff. But that first quarter, we were trying to, feel them out a little bit and see what they're going to be about. In that second half, we kind of knew what they're going to be in, and we kind of attacked it. So it was good. A lot to learn from. But it's always good to get a win. So
talk to me a little bit about your offensive line. It looked like a little bit of a struggle early, but it seems like, especially in that second half, really started to assert their will, allowed you to have a little bit more of an open passing.
Yeah.
Is that how you felt behind center?
Yeah. So just like I was talking about, first quarter, we didn't really see what they brought some stuff that, was getting after us a little bit, and just took us a little bit to get adjusted to it. And second half, we made our adjustments. They played their butt off. I think they're the best line in the MAC. They can run the ball, they can pass. I'm super proud of those guys. Proud of how, all our running backs ran the ball too, and our tight ends blocking and in the pass game. So
I know there's a lot that you're going to look at film and want to improve on, but what does it say about the offensive unit as a whole, no matter who you're playing, to be able to recognize things that need to change, make the adjustments, and then go down and make the fix? Yeah.
So I think it goes back to our theme, stack them, disregard what you just did, 1-0 approach, whether we just had a turnover or we just scored a touchdown, we got to flush it and move on. And I think that's this group does really well, is nobody really gets waived and freaks out or anything. So I'm really proud of how this offense came out, and we're going to learn from it and get better.
Deep wide receiver room, your big three, if you will,
yeah,
all made contributions tonight. Tanner Canoe finds end zone a couple of times. Sam Beydoun there at the end, and Dylan Drummond was a workhorse all night long.
Always.
What's it like to have those three receivers playing in your starting lineup, and just have a room on the outside that's that deep?
Yeah, and you got other guys behind them too. You got, I'll probably leave people out. You got JB, you got Dennis, you got Darius, there's Gundy, the freshman, you got Keith, who's hurt, and then you got all of our tight ends. So anybody can get the ball in our offense. We try to use all 5 eligibles. And I'm super proud of how everybody plays. We don't play selfish football. Everybody can get it, and all those guys contributed when their number was called, and coverage dictated where to go with the ball. They made plays. So
perfect. Thanks, Taylor. We'll see you next week.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, and Coach said it, winning in college football is really hard, and we did that tonight. A lot of obviously stuff to correct, but that happens win or lose. So we'll get back at it tomorrow and Sunday, and but yeah, we're definitely going to enjoy the win and keep stacking them into the following weeks.
You've been a part of this program now for a little bit of time. The first time actually getting able to suit up tonight, play alongside your teammates.
Yeah. For
you personally, what are some of the things you take away from being able to get out there tonight?
Yeah, it was really special. I've been waiting for this night a long time, back since last December when I decided to come here. This is what I've been waiting for. But yeah, the guys on the team is what make it really special. The coaches what make it really special. And it's everything I've wanted. And, it's been great so far.
Talk a little bit about your defense, other than yourself. some of the guys that were out there tonight that you, from your perspective, thought were flying to the ball well and helping your defense?
Yeah, a lot of guys. Blake Bogan had a great night, turnover early in the game. Just one of our reliable guys in the back end. Him and Russell both really do a great job, along with TJ up front. Grant, his first college start, did a very good job. He's a guy that we all can count on no matter what. Obviously, Jose, what he brings to the table is special. And and then my partner Chase Klein, first time playing with him under the lights, and it was great. Everything we've been working on the last however many months we've been together definitely came to fruition.
8 tackles for you tonight, 4 solo, 4 assists. Chase Klein, 9 tackles. You two were 1 and 2 tonight in total tackles. You just mentioned Chase Klein. He's talked a lot about you in interviews as well.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think makes you two play off each other so well, and how have you guys integrated into this defense so quickly?
Yeah, I think one, I think we're both pretty humble people, and we work really hard, so that is easy to accept in a defense. But we work really well together because sometimes Chase might be the more energy guy verbally, and I'm more of a to myself or one-on-one communication. So we're good partners that way. He brings a lot to the table with his length and his size and speed, and it's just great to have him next to me and his knowledge of football as well.
I know you love hitting him during practice, but tonight offensive players are on your team. They're able to put up 42 points, come out at halftime and really play well. How nice is it to know you get so many weapons playing on the other side of the ball that can help your defense out?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've known it since spring ball. Yeah, our offense is killer, man. I mean, our up front guys, our O-line are great, really strong unit. Taylor Powell, I mean, he runs it. He's great. Also, our receivers, it's good to see Dylan Drummond back. Tanner Canoe made a couple big catches, as obviously Haas, great night. But yeah, I mean, this whole past month of August going against them, I was not surprised by anything they did or will do, because they've been doing against us in practice every day.